The Monday Mornings podcast is presented by Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, continuous banking since 1872. Switch today and visit smb-t.com. Welcome inside the Monday Mornings podcast. We are excited for today's episode. I want to thank Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. Ready for better banking. Switch today thanks to SMBT. Jennifer, we have a great guest today. Who's in the room?
Yes, we have got entrepreneur and restaurateur Taylor Owie, who now lives in the Irish Hills, but has a background in Chicago and Royal Oak before that. So he's bringing some of that big city charm right here to the Irish Hills. So welcome, Taylor.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
How's it going?
Great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, and awesome. I hear about your restaurant Atlas all the time because Jennifer goes there about 5 times a week. Is she number one customer?
Oh God, no.
They're up on the list
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So where are you from originally?
I grew up in Royal Oak.
Okay.
I was born in Louisville. We lived in Ohio for a while, but we just had this argument, my daughter and I, the other day. She's like, "No, you're from Kentucky, Dad." I said, "I don't remember living there," but that was my formative years, Royal Oak, suburban Detroit. So.
How did you end up in Chicago?
So it was early 2000s. There wasn't as much going on, I guess, in Detroit around then as there is now. It obviously exploded over the last 10, 15 years. So didn't really know what I wanted to do. Ended up out there. I was going to school for a little bit at Columbia College in Chicago.
Nice.
Very, very little bit. And, so that was just where I went.
How did you meet Abby? Because his wife is from Brooklyn. Did you know that?
Literally working in a bar in Chicago.
Okay.
I was the door guy. And she came in with some friends, and we just hit it off. So,
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's really nothing amazing about it, but it was just kind of a funny thing. She was out with some friends that night, and they'd had plenty to drink, and she hadn't. So she's like, "I'm going someplace else without them." So it was one of those met at a bar, but it wasn't one of those met at a bar stories.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
I was working, and she was sober, so it was somewhat legit.
So
I guess.
when you're working at the bar, are you still trying to figure out what you want to do with your life?
Yeah, definitely. At that point in time, I think my highest aspiration was to go work at the bar across the street and be a bartender to lift my station from door guy.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I was definitely very much still trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do.
What was life like for you in Chicago in the early 2000s?
It was fun. It was just, this huge big city, opportunity everywhere. It was complete night and day from growing up in the suburbs of Detroit. Mm-hmm. Everything was there. You didn't have to drive. You could just walk around. There was stuff to do. There was people to meet. It was really, really cool. It's a great place to be a young adult.
So you and Abby started your life together in Chicago. How did you go from bouncer to entrepreneur, restaurateur?
Honestly, dumb luck, I guess. I feel like most of the things that have happened in my life have all just been kind of like, oh, what's this over here? And then, this is a great opportunity. Like I said, I wanted to be the bartender at that bar across the street. I did. I went over there and did that. It was a really fun time, maybe a little bit too fun of a time. And I kind of got to a point where I was like, all right, this girl I'm dating, she's a little bit older than me. She's got a degree, a real job. I kind of want to stay with her, but I don't know if she's going to really want to marry a bartender at a Grateful Dead fish bar. So I was like, well, we should do something about that. So I went out and put in a bunch of job applications for jobs I didn't really want. And I thought that was the right thing to do, And one day we were walking down the street, and I saw a sign on a door at the restaurant that I'm now a part owner in, and it said, "Now hiring bar manager." I was like, I think I could do that. So I walked in there and said, "What are you guys looking for?" And the bartender was like, "Well, this and this and that." I was like, "Okay." So I went home, kind of made the resume up, and got an interview with the owner the next day, talked to him for a little bit, and long story short, he's my business partner now. There's a lot more to that story.
Sure.
But, yeah.
My husband always says that luck is when opportunity and preparation meet. And it sounds like when you get opportunity, whether you're prepared or not, you figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, I feel like I'm never prepared, but yeah, you just figure it out. I think if there was a motto, that's it. We'll just figure it out.
When did you first realize that you had a passion for the restaurant industry?
Honestly, I think when I was a kid, I always liked going out to eat. I always liked going to restaurants. I've always enjoyed just that vibe of being out and social. So I didn't really, I knew as a kid I wanted to do my own thing. I didn't want to just have a job. And I thought, oh, it might be fun to own a restaurant. But I didn't really like decide at that point, like that's what I want to do. It was like one of those things. And then it just, as I ended up in that industry, it kind of became obvious, like this is the thing to do.
You obviously applied at the right place and got the right job at the right time, and mentioned that this is now your business partner, who was the owner of that restaurant that you got the job at.
Yeah.
How's that transition go from bar manager to really growing within that restaurant to kind of being partner and opening up your own restaurants?
Like how did that come to be?
Yeah.
So he had an original partner. They were childhood friends, no longer such. There was, they had personal differences, and so my partner and I really wanted to grow the business. I think we both had a very similar mindset about growth and just what it takes to run and operate and develop a business. And his former partner had different ideas about how to do things. So I ended up actually leaving for a few years, and went to work for some other restaurants because, they couldn't settle those differences. And I was like, well, I want to open more restaurants. I really want to make a go of this, but I've never done it before. And I feel like I should probably go learn something about that. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't go to get a restaurant building degree. I'm doing it, but that's a big step. So I spent, 4 or 5 years working in some other businesses and getting a lot of experience with just, different kind of multi-unit ops. And during that time, he had bought his partner out, tried to go it alone, and kind of decided, this is not what I'm looking for. And we kept in touch a lot. And so eventually it was like, well, what's it going to take for you to come back? I said, well, let's be partners. So we did. And I came back after about 5 years, and then we opened our first store together about, 9-10 months after that.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
What is the name of the restaurant?
The Pasta Bowl.
The Pasta Bowl.
Yeah.
And you have 2 locations?
We have 3, actually.
Oh, 3.
So Chris's original location, and then the 2 that we share together. And we're overdue for a 4th. So
Nice.
Where are they located?
North Side neighborhoods. So if you're familiar with Chicago, Lincoln Park, that's the original one. Clark and
Okay.
Fullerton. We've got one up at Lincoln and Montrose, and then also at North Avenue, like Wicker Park, Bucktown area.
Okay.
So all like the North Side kind of young hip neighborhood type areas.
You mentioned when you were applying for these regular jobs, but you still ended up back applying for a bar manager job. What was the your girlfriend at the time? What was her support like?
Oh, she was super supportive.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a restaurant and a bar we already liked going to, and she's like, great, like it's
Cool.
right around the corner. Literally, you could look out the back deck from her apartment and see the parking lot for the Pasta Bowl.
Nice.
So it's like, well, it's really convenient. It's right there. We'll have a place to go hang out. Probably figures you can keep an eye on me too.
Yeah.
So that was a plus.
Yeah.
So love is what drove him
Love.
into
what's love?
the actual
Absolutely. We'll go with that.
restaurateur. So we talk a lot about the ups and the downs of business and that path to get there. And when I think of COVID, I think of all the restaurants that suffered and
there
many
was a
that
lot.
shuttered.
Especially big city, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there were different rules for different places.
I was in Chicago in the spring of summer of 2020, and it was not the Chicago that we know and love. So how, in God's name, did you guys not just survive, but it sounds like even thrive during that?
We did, yeah. It was, I don't say it out of hubris because obviously we didn't plan this, but we feel really fortunate that we were one of the fewer restaurants that actually, it was kind of rocket fuel for us. We were already doing a lot of carryout and delivery. I would say, so we had 2 locations we did have 3 locations then. I would say our business was probably like 3/4 on-premise, 1/4 off-premise, carryout, delivery, pickup, whatever. Prior to the pandemic, obviously, when the pandemic happened, there was no on-premise, so everything went off, and everybody that was able to do that did it. We were already doing it, and I think again, dumb luck, maybe, I don't know. We were doing well on there. So, and this is all algorithm driven. So the better you do, the better you do, and it just kept feeding us to people. Our food travels well. It's not like, you get a steak dinner for carry out.
Right.
It's,
Touchy.
still a steak dinner. You don't have
Right.
to cook, but it's not the same as going and sitting at, Shaw's Crab House or whatever and getting a really nice meal. So,
I never thought about that because pasta just gets better and better.
Honestly, like
Right.
the cheese melts.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
you
It
can't.
travels well.
I mean, you can, but no one's door dashing even a burger. I mean, by the
Well,
time
the
it
burger's
gets
still
to-
good. The fries suck though. By the time
Yeah.
it gets to your house.
Yeah.
I did it from Atlas the other day. I wanted to see if they traveled, and they were still fries, but
Yeah.
That's so fun. We're kind of your own secret
Yeah,
shopper.
you got to make sure it works.
I love
you
it.
got to make sure the
Nice.
Love
system's
it.
working. Yeah.
How hard is it? How hard is it to be successful in the restaurant business? Because, you hear the statistics. You see places open, close. What's the secret? And then how hard is it?
What's the secret? Show up. Don't get drunk, and
Yeah.
don't get involved with your staff in an intimate way.
Sure.
Honestly, I mean, I that sounds ridiculous,
advice.
but you look at so many restaurants,
Yeah.
what's happening? You've got owners or managers that are just indiscriminate with their behavior.
Sure.
And it's really not that hard of an industry. I mean, there's a lot that goes on. You can't just phone it in, but just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole and make your customers feel good.
That's interesting.
Did you hear that, Andy?
Don't be an asshole. I heard
Okay,
you.
just making sure.
I heard you.
Okay.
I mean, all the things. Work hard, right?
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
show up, do the things. Pay attention to the numbers. Yeah, you got to do all that stuff. But
Yeah.
it's not rocket science.
How-
It really isn't.
How important is the service aspect of your businesses?
Huge. Good service and good hospitality will make up for bad food. Mm-hmm. Maybe not every time, but more times than not. But I've never ever seen good food make up for bad hospitality.
Yeah.
And that's not my quote. That's coming straight from
Yeah.
the gospel of Danny Meyer,
Yeah.
Union Square Hospitality, who we try to model as much of our operation after as we can.
Let's go back to that a little bit because I was asking you
Yeah.
kind of about that secret. So talk about Danny, and you mentioned somebody else that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's a book called Setting the Table.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a New York bestseller. Danny Meyer, he's the founder of Union Square Hospitality. They've got a bunch of really nice restaurants in New York. Most people that aren't in the industry know him better from Shake Shack, which everybody knows Shake Shack. So they started that as well. But
And Shake Shack is excellent.
it is excellent. They're huge. So he literally wrote the book on hospitality. It's called Setting the Table, and just about how do you run a business that puts hospitality at the center of everything. And there's so many just awesome nuggets of wisdom in there. So we've done our best to just beg, steal, or borrow from that book as much as possible. We even went out prior to opening Atlas and did a seminar, and they now actually do teaching seminars. And I was telling you earlier, one of his former managers come partners, similar story to my own, broke off and did his own thing. Now he's got his own, he does teaching and seminars and mailing lists, in the book Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Guidara, which is also really good.
Oh, good. We'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, really cool.
So let's go back to COVID, Chicago, early
Yeah, we
2020s.
didn't finish that story, sorry.
You're married now. You're very smart.
Yeah,
You got Abby to marry him. You guys have two beautiful children, two little girls, and you're living in Chicago, and you made a big life decision.
to come here.
Yeah.
We did. And again, kind of dumb luck. We had already made that decision before the pandemic was even, no one knew that was coming,
Okay.
and I feel like everybody, March 2020 was like, let's get out of here. Let's go find
Yeah.
something. We'd been talking for a long time about wanting to come back and be closer. Abby grew up right here in Brooklyn.
Sure.
My folks don't live in Royal Oak anymore. They're down in Dearborn, actually, so even closer to this area. So we said, well, it'd be nice to be closer to family. I mean, the first 10 years of our kids' lives, there was no grandparents there. There was no aunts and uncles there. We were out in Chicago. So if we wanted a night off, it was, find a babysitter that you could trust. So we were looking forward to having our kids' grandparents be a little bit more part of their lives, and just maybe having a little bit slower pace of life that you get when you're out someplace like this.
Yeah.
So we were really fortunate that we didn't wait until after the pandemic to find that plan, because our cottage probably would not have been attainable for us had we tried to buy it that summer or any summer after that. But yeah, so we did it, and we were planning on moving back full time that fall, and it was like, well, everything's closed, school's out. They say if you don't need to be on site at your job, don't go. I'm good with that. Let's just go to Michigan now. So
Has it been good for you? Are you happy with it?
yeah, it's been amazing. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I remember this from when, like I said, I left the Postable and did some other restaurants, and we did multi-unit, and we had some restaurants ultimately that were down in Indianapolis and up in Minneapolis, and one down in Orlando. And I remember going to the stores in Indianapolis and saying, my God, these stores run so good. Why is it that the stores that I'm in every day run like shit? And I come down to Indianapolis and the place is clean and the staff are on time and all this stuff. I'm like, what is it? And I'm like, maybe me being on site is not as integral to this operation as I think it is. And maybe it's better to let people do their jobs instead of being here and being the guy. So I remembered that, and I think it's the same. Honestly, I think being here allows my operations. Carlos is my operations director in Chicago, and he's tremendous at his job. And I don't have the temperament to do what he does anymore. And if I'm there, I'll see the thing, shiny object syndrome over there.
Yeah.
And it's just like everyone's like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
He can just do it. And if I'm not there meddling in that process, I can talk to him and have the distance, and he can have the autonomy and the space to do what he wants and the confidence to do it. So yeah, it's been really huge.
So was Atlas in the back of your mind when you made the move to the Irish Hills?
Not at all. Not at all.
No.
Honestly, like I said, what are we gonna do? Should I open a restaurant? She's like, can't you just like leave the restaurant stuff in Chicago and
chill.
just come here and relax and maybe have a hobby?
What would that hobby be?
Well, and as I said, I'm like, but I like business. That's kind of my hobby.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, well, do what you want. So I'm like, well, and obviously after living here for a year, we loved everything about it, except, we missed a lot of the food and the options that we had there. So I'm like, well, let's just open a restaurant. And she's like, you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we should. Yeah. And so we did. And she was very supportive of that. And now here we are. Finally, it's open.
Yeah.
It's running. We're not there all the time. And I'm thinking about that hobby question again. And I think I should definitely go more hobby and less business at this point.
Curling.
Curling.
Yeah, curling.
Really?
So we just tried, thanks
Did
to
you
JTV. I did. I've been twice now.
Really?
I went to you guys did a great job of promoting them. It worked. I rallied 6 or 7 people.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. You got you got kids.
The dad said 6, 7.
Hey, I'm telling you, that won't go away for some
I don't
reason.
think it's gonna. It's like totally transferred to us now. The kids are all like,
Oh yeah, that's so annoying.
stop.
Yeah,
It's over.
embarrassing.
We're onto something
Cringe.
else. Yeah, totally cringe.
Got
totally
that,
cringe.
another dad word.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so we did it though. We went to
cool.
the open house. To what is this all about? We went back, I think, last Sunday for the actual formal training.
Nice.
We were out of town this past weekend, so we didn't go. And I think they're going to start a league, very informal league play in a couple of weeks. It's just like everyone shows up, throw your name in a hat, and then you play with whoever they draw. So.
Today's episode is brought to you by Partners Bulk Logistics. Partners Bulk Logistics is the clear choice for your dry bulk trucking needs. Industry-leading service and on-time delivery sets us apart from the competition. Visit getpbl.com. Thank you to Leave It to Beavers Auto Detailing. I wouldn't ride in Jennifer's car without them. Thanks to Montel and Leave It to Beavers Auto Detailing.
So I want to acknowledge you and Abby didn't just build a restaurant.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions about
They
this.
were a catalyst for a movement that was growing kind of stagnant, in my opinion, as a born and raised Brooklyn girl. You invested in downtown in your home. They bought a beautiful home and redid it. It looks like something you'd see in House Beautiful. And we needed that momentum because now you've done it. And now the neighbors' homes are starting to look better, and their landscaping is tended to a little bit better. And you guys are always out walking your dog, and I'm seeing more and more people out walking their dogs. And you guys really have put something very positive in motion downtown. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like building a business like that in what is perceived as such a small, maybe even depressed area?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for saying all that. That's really kind of you. And,
It's all true.
There was kind of our goal. When we talked about moving back, and I didn't really say that before, so thanks for bringing that up. It wasn't just to move close to family. It wasn't just to slow down. Abby's like, if we're going to go back to Brooklyn, I don't want to just go live in Brooklyn and just slow down. Like, that's good, but I want to do something to, like, make Brooklyn better. Not that Brooklyn's bad, but she remembered, as you do, fondly growing up here, but feeling like it needed something more.
Yes.
Obviously, you both left. You've come back,
Yep.
but there's a reason you left, and there was a reason I left Detroit, right? And
Yep.
people are working on Detroit, and we've chose Brooklyn. So that was really why we did everything we did. We're like, okay, we could just go get a house on the lake and just chill out and not be a part of it, or we can go right into the town and try to invest and do something that's visible, that kind of sends a message that this is a town worth investing in, this is a town worth checking out, giving it a second look. And I think a rising tide always lifts all boats. Like you said, I'm not going to take credit for what our neighbors do to their property, but certainly as a property owner, well, if I over improve, I'm not going to get those dollars back. So anything anyone does is a good. It's not necessarily even a keeping up with the Joneses thing. It's just it's a reminder that other people are investing, so maybe we will too.
Yeah.
Well, everyone makes their own choices.
Yeah,
obviously.
and don't sell yourself short either. I mean, you're inspiring people to do that. You're giving them the push that they need. Maybe it's something they've been thinking about doing. But I'm telling you, Taylor and Abby, they might think about a lot, but they put their thoughts into motion in a huge way.
Oh, it's a fantastic place. Love it. And you're drawing from so many areas of the state.
It's insane.
Cool. How'd you know it would work?
I didn't. Oh my God, I didn't. I mean, I'm still like, I'm past the pinch me stage because it's been over a year and a half, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm still pleasantly surprised, but I know things, you know, momentum doesn't just evaporate overnight. But that first 6 months, I'm like, this is just, you know, they're just checking out the new kid on the block. We're going to settle in. I really didn't think it was going to be this busy. I mean, we're drawing from Toledo, Detroit, Ann Arbor. People are leaving Ann Arbor to come and eat at Atlas. I just never. I figured, you know, we go to Ann Arbor all the time, right? You want a really nice meal, you go to Ann Arbor. But Ann Arbor's got nice meals. Why are they going to come to little old Brooklyn? They're doing it,
and they're doing it in the streets are full, and it changes the landscape. What drew you to that building, to that space? Were there other options for you guys? Take me through that process.
What drew us to it was that it was on the square, and we knew that's where we wanted to be. I feel like, you know, whether in just real estate for the sake of real estate or whatever it is, you want to get as close to the center of the action as you can and invest there versus saying, well, you know, I see the boom coming, I'm going to get ahead of it and save a little bit down here on the street. Like, you want to be right by Main on Main, and we're literally there. We're on 123 North Main Street. People, I give them the address, are like, no, I need the actual address. I'm like, that's the address. You actually can't send postal mail there, but it is the address.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Which part that you can't send mail?
Well, actually, I love 123 Main Street because that just seems like, you know, the all-American hallmark town. And
it seems like everything's lined up really just perfectly for what you guys have done there. It's cool.
It really is. We could not have anticipated it being as successful and as smooth as it's been. It really has.
Well, that Boulevard and Square, you know, it looks like a postcard.
Yeah.
But if you looked really close, there were some shuttered businesses in that postcard for years. And I mean, anything that is not open now, it's because it's in preparation for something new and exciting company coming. Friday, I left Atlas at lunch. I had a meeting there. Great place to have a meeting, by the way. And stopped to talk to Holly, who owns a yoga studio downtown, and another woman said, hey, excuse me, girls, are you talking about? And she had moved away and had a boutique in Atlanta. She was born and raised here in the Irish Hills. Moved away to Atlanta, had great success down there, and is coming back and bringing that boutique to downtown Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was sitting
going?
at the bar, kitty corner from Cho in that strip mall. On the other side of Chicago. But anyway, just again, that momentum is something that, as you know, she said, it's Friday afternoon, it's sunny. I was working in my shop and came over here to, you know, maybe have a nooner and some lunch. And we ended up talking about the synergy and what we could do to help each other's businesses. And if it weren't for Atlas being there, we wouldn't have had that.
How proud are you of Atlas?
I mean, you know, it's tough not to feel a little pride when I see it. I try to, you know, not dig into that too much, you know, but you know, I'm happy it worked. I'm happy that I think the thing I'm the proudest of, I guess, is all the staff that we have that, you know, not only the job they're doing, but of the fact that we were able to bring that to them.
Yeah.
I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but they were talking about somebody who they knew from, I don't think it was you, somebody that they knew, one of our staff that had a different job, and they interacted with her in that capacity. And then they were going there, and they didn't see her anymore. And then they saw her at Atlas. They're like, "Oh, how could we never see her?" And she's like, "Well, I left that job. I'm actually here full time now because it's better for me financially."
How
just like that makes me feel good that we're actually doing that, and that's there for people. Like, that's good.
Choosing it.
Yeah.
How hard is it to build a staff in a small town like that?
Building the right staff is always the hardest thing about any restaurant. I think. I thought it would be a lot harder here. Just because, you know, smaller population, smaller pool to draw from. I would take this staff any day. I hope my Chicago people aren't listening. I would take this staff any day over what I'm finding generally when we go out. It's improved. During the pandemic, it was really tough. I'm glad we weren't trying to open here during the pandemic. It probably would have been just as hard. But, this staff is amazing. And it was so much easier to find them than I would have ever thought. So.
I think we talked about it on our show, but one of our favorite servers, Chelsea, we had a dinner plan with some neighbors after Christmas, and Claire was sick. My daughter Claire lives like her children are going to think that I never cooked a meal. And she's like, oh, yeah, I always ate it, Ellen. But anyway, Claire was sick, and Chelsea said, oh, where's Claire? And I said, oh, she's not feeling well, but she would love her favorite salmon. Yeah. And she wrote her a note on the to-go container. That's nice. We missed you. Please get well, Claire. And that you're in Atlas, and you feel like you're in the city, or like you feel like you're in this cool coastal town on the East Coast, or something that's just different than here. And we live here, and we go there all the time. Andy drives from Jackson. Yeah. Andy doesn't drive. Well, yeah, you do.
I do.
It's not true. You drive all over.
I do.
You don't head out to the Irish Hills that often.
Right.
But you do for Atlas, and it becomes such an important destination. But it also...
It's great. But it's awesome.
Also feels like
it's
home,
awesome.
though. It also feels very comfortable.
You know you're going to get a good time, and you know you're going to get a good meal, and the atmosphere is great. It's fun. It's a fun night.
When you go there, Andy, do you feel like you're starring in yet another Hallmark movie?
No, I don't.
No?
And thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, I had somebody
the
stop
worst
me.
movie in the
what's up with it? You're in a Hallmark movie? I thought that was a joke.
No. We filmed it here.
I don't think it ended up making it to Hallmark. It's on the streaming service.
On the streaming? Oh,
I think it made
canceled
on
it.
Hallmark.
I'll have to start it back up.
No,
it's only $7 a month.
No,
I think it's on a Hallmark Minus.
It's
like there's Disney Plus and there's Hallmark Minus.
You're in it, and you don't even have a talking part.
Well, I'll tell you that
You're in it too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's in it.
This
She's what's an extra, but like...
But worse, like less than an extra?
No, like a little more than an extra.
Extra plus?
I don't know what it is.
A pick-me?
Listen, the movie's Dog Water.
It's not great.
Is that the working title?
I don't know. You know what? You should probably stop ragging on it.
No.
Just real quick. Last Friday at the
production's not great. My acting, decent.
He was playing a jerky TV manager. It was method
Which
acting.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, it isn't.
Scott, give me a small break.
How did you get discovered for that role?
So,
did they watch the morning show?
Well,
and
I will tell you.
Actually,
somebody contacted me.
How do you think anything happens?
And said,
right?
Somebody I went to school with is a producer for Hallmark, and they're looking for somewhere to film a TV thing. And I was like, I don't know if they'd be up for this or not. And then Bart, and I used to want to be. Well, I wanted to be on television. But Andy and Bart stole the show, took it right from my hands, and starred in it, and we filmed it here.
They already had a female lead.
I would have done better.
You're telling me to stop talking about it? No, you're talking
this again, though. I mean, they put out a movie like every week, right? Hallmark?
Do you see this? This is what it was filmed on.
Really?
See, now she's going in on it.
On a boom.
So
on a boom.
Thank God you're in it with me. Otherwise, what would you really say about it?
Well, just so you know, they had a big opening that like Hallmark sent a jet to fly him to Grand Rapids for.
Oh, really?
No. But there was an opening.
There was, and it was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah?
Yes. So my friends think it's funny, my golf group, right? So like the four of us and the wives, we get a limo and drive up to the premiere.
I was not invited.
And this thing, it was so embarrassing sitting there watching it. And it wasn't necessarily me being in it that was so bad. It was the quality of the production. It was brutal. So really? I'm up here sitting, and I'm like, I want you guys to know I think this sucks too. You know what I mean? But we had a good time, and it was an experience. But Adam can't.
Who were the headliners? Was there any?
There's a guy that's in Chicago Fire, James Dickey, and then
did they get like Kathy Griffin or like Carrot
Close.
Top or anything?
No, what's that woman's name? The older woman.
Kathy Garver. She was in she was in a sitcom back in the day.
Huh. Which day?
Way back.
Long ago.
But I thought to myself, these are paid actors. What do they think of this shit show? Like, so that was the one thing that I was like, okay, I was just in it as like, haha, this is funny. These people did it for their job. They must be pissed.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's in Chicago Fire, big time show.
Yeah.
And like, is continuing to grow his acting career, and then these people see this, like he's done.
I would highly recommend that you check it out for shits and giggles. It's pretty fun.
Send me the link.
Yeah, I will.
Send me the link.
But I do want you to know,
We'll screen it at Atlas.
Yeah. This
it's
is
so
a great
bad.
idea.
Should we do it like next year
Christmas?
for the parade night?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's
That's
not
such
even
a great idea.
Can you? Okay. You
bad
can
for business.
Yes.
Could you dress up as Santa and like you
do
could sign
autographs? Yeah. Dress up as Scott, the jerky TV manager.
I hate myself.
Oh my God. Well.
And I hate you for bringing this up.
You're welcome. Last Friday.
This is great.
Again, thinking about how great our community is, I had multiple people come up to me, women, asking me where you were.
Women.
because they were big fans of Christmas Romance at the Roanoke Ranch.
Oh, that's what it was called? Christmas Romance at the Roanoke Ranch?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. Highly
It's
recommend.
incredible.
Yeah, it's very good.
Well, let's talk a little bit, Andy.
It's like the worst restaurant you've ever been to. That's probably what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Movie-wise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
imagine the worst dining experience you've ever had.
Okay.
That's what this movie is.
Put into
Okay.
film.
Put into
and
film.
I'm the general manager of that
Yes.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah.
around,
What is
shaking
happening?
hands,
Playing yourself.
touching tables.
Yes,
you know.
exactly.
How's
Yeah.
everything tonight, everyone?
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
the manager came to the table.
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled a little piece of paper out the
Right.
side.
I will tell you that my dad did this when we were growing up, and like if like the manager came to the restaurant or came to the table to say how everything was going, my dad would look over and goes, "Ooh, that's the manager." And I still, I do. My daughter, like if something happens like that, I still do that. She's 14. She hates when I do that. I'm like, "Oh, the manager came."
Do you
over."
do it just in jest of your dad, or is it just innate?
It's
in
funny.
you to
It's
do
just
it?
it's a family thing I'm passing down, and I think Ella's gonna do that too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
So let
that's-
me ask you this: as non-restaurant people, when you're at a restaurant, a chain
Yeah.
restaurant, 'cause it's always a chain, and you know the manager's coming to the table, you know they're doing it because they have to, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
that's
because they actually.
right.
like-
Yeah.
Like they're singling you out. Like, oh wow, that's why it's the joke, right?
I like it,
oh,
though.
the manager.
I do feel
How is
special.
everything? My name
So
is.
you do. That was going to be my next question. You like it, even though they're like gun to my head. Hi, how's everything tonight?
I like
and-
it so I can say.
And
ooh,
you want the
there-
opportunity to just
to say there's
Yeah.
the manager.
He,
Okay.
yeah, he
like-
likes it
like
as a party trick.
Easy.
got it. Excellent.
I like it
All right.
because I can either give kudos or maybe some constructive feedback. I'll tell you.
I'm not saying anything. I'll
Saturday
tell you that.
night, we were at Ruth's Chris in, where was I?
Ann Arbor.
No.
South Bend. Shipshawana.
No.
Saugatuck.
Anyway, South Bend, just outside.
Elkhart,
of-
Indiana.
No, stop talking.
Fort Wayne?
Stop talking. What?
Fort Wayne.
No.
Ooh, Fort Wayne. You could open a restaurant in
Mishawaka.
Fort Wayne, actually.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
He's going to open up a pasta bowl here.
Oh.
Maybe.
And a teeny weeny.
We're,
So
we're,
we'll talk
we're,
about
we're
that
focus
later.
grouping a limited scope hot dog and
Really?
chocolate espresso martini concept. No,
Yeah.
we're not.
Yes, we are.
Well, maybe we are.
What do you mean, no?
Hey, listen.
Was that John Talk?
How's
Just
the
because
house
you
search?
have ideas doesn't mean
How's
they're
the lake
good.
house search?
Listen, you just wait until Tuesday, Teenies and Weenies this summer on the patio at Atlas, sponsored by the Brokerage House, happens, and you're
That's
gonna
be like a
freak out.
one-time thing.
No,
right?
it's going to be like one Tuesday a
We'll
month.
run a special. We'll run a special and see how it goes.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe
You know
Taylor's
how
just
it's gonna
blowing
go.
smoke. You said you would open the restaurant if I found you the perfect lake house. So
Yeah.
if anybody's listening, I got a
Yes.
lot riding on this perfect lake house in the Irish Hills. But no, we are going to do something this summer.
Martinis and hot dogs?
Trust me, I had an unbelievable. I told you about this. In
Was it Newport? Providence? Newport.
Yeah, Newport, Rhode Island. It was incredible. But anyway,
Newport, like the cigarette.
which there's a story there.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, our goal was to smoke Newports in Newport. You know, when we were in our early 20s, we would smoke and drink like it was our job. Hadn't done it in a long time. We're no longer in our early 20s, but
Early 50s.
Just coming right out. with it.
Yeah.
whatever, Andy. Just, you know what? Like fine wine, babe. Better and better.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
There's
But
an
you
opportunity.
are, because you say it all the frickin' time.
Stating facts.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever. So
you.
we're in Newport, and it's the night before we leave, and we're in a bar, and the one thing we have not accomplished yet is smoking a Newport in Newport. And our bartender, Chad, I was like, Chad.
Chad.
Do you smoke?
Of course, his name was Chad.
Chad, you smoke?
Jesus.
Wait, is his stage name?
Well, I mean, what else was his name going
That's
to be?
just that's like
God.
the basic.
It is.
I mean, we're on the
If-
East Coast. Everybody's name is Chad or Todd. So anyway, Chad
Todd.
says, "Yeah, actually,
Was Kip
I
the
do."
barback?
Yeah. He said, "Yeah, I actually do. Why do I smell like smoke?" I'm like, "No. Any chance you smoke Newports?" And he goes, pulls it out,
No kidding.
gives us 3 and a lighter. We went
I
outside.
can't believe he had.
That's hospitality.
Yes.
I can't believe he had Newports.
I
though.
was
That's the craziest
unbelievable.
part.
I mean, it was literally like, okay, check. We can get on that plane tomorrow. We did everything we were going to do. We choked them down. I literally thought I was going to die. Neither of us finished. We were all talk. Yeah. But going back to the manager
You
thing.
got lipstick all over it, like in the movies.
Oh, yeah. So, and I can't believe we did smoke. I mean, I just woke up smelling like
Oh, I'm
ass.
sure
It was
you
so
did.
awful.
Awful.
But anyway, going back to service and the manager. So we are at Ruth's Chris super late with volleyball parents, and my daughter orders her steak medium. She
Which I'm
really-
sure some of the volleyball parents were like, "Hey, we don't want to go to Ruth's Chris. It's a little out of our price point."
Maybe. Was it a travel team?
Yes.
I didn't care.
Hey,
And
we've already spent $1,000
We-
this weekend.
yeah, and we needed reservations very late. I mean, we didn't get there until like 9:40.
Did you call and make the reservation?
Yes, I did.
See?
I had to
See
change
what's
it
happening?
like 17 times because, like any travel sport, the scheduling sucks.
Yeah.
But anyway, the manager, Katie, cuts into her steak and she's like, it was way overcooked. I mean, you should never have an overcooked steak, let alone at Ritz Crisp. So just when that happened, the manager walked over to see how we were doing, and she saw the cut, and she's
You
like,
didn't have to say?
no.
Oh,
And
that's
the,
good.
and
See,
the
that's good.
manager
That's
said,
good.
honey, did you order your steak well done? And she said, no, I ordered it medium. She goes, that's not medium. And she took it. And that was awesome. And
And it's good that she asked. She didn't just say, "Oh, that steak's over." You know,
Right.
Let me
Right.
get it, because she might have.
Yeah.
Right? You
So,
always
and
ask.
the waiter was, and I I saw her coming. I'm like, I'm freaking tell her
I'm
that
going to tell
Corey-
you who I am.
Corey needs, no, nobody gives a shit who I am, but
I know.
Corey needs to, have a little personality, a little, panache to
Flair.
him. But instead, because of her actions, I was like, that was really amazing. Thank you so much. And by the way, thank you guys for accommodating our changing reservation and a big party this late. And so I do like it when they ask.
That's a really good example.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
an excellent
Well, it's also a good example of how to approach it. Like, don't just ask, hey, are you guys celebrating something tonight? Thank you so much for choosing us. How's it going?
Yeah.
Give
Is
me
everything
something
all right
to
here?
converse
What are you
about.
gonna say?
Where do
Yeah.
you guys where do you guys like to go out to eat if you go out to eat somewhere that you don't?
You're gonna ask that.
yeah.
Where do they like to go out to eat?
Give me
Do you like to
somewhere-
try small mom and pops
Give it-
around
yeah.
when you're traveling, or are you more like, hey?
Yeah, personally, absolutely. I mean, I hate a chain restaurant
Yeah.
generally. Once in a while, guilty pleasure, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we were driving back from Nubs this weekend, and Lily's like, I want to go to Chili's. We're like, well, fortunately for us, there is absolutely no Chili's anywhere in this 3/4 of the
Chili's.
state.
What about those? Those people who go to like Chili's in Chicago? Like you go all the way to Chicago, and then you go to Chili's
That's like when I took my mom
How
and
about
my
Olive
aunt.
Garden?
or
yeah.
Applebee's.
My
Oh
aunt
my God,
Shay
the Olive
Shay
Garden.
made me go to TGI Fridays in New York City.
See, that's like the only one left in the country.
I loved me some Fridays in the 90s,
I
but
think I've been to that Fridays.
Huh?
I think I've been to that.
Oh,
I
in the
mean,
financial district?
Oh, well, maybe not.
Didn't you work
It's
there?
a different one.
no, I worked at Bennigan's.
Oh my God.
Okay, and I
I used
had
to love
pizza-
Bennigan's.
Oh,
That
heck
was
yeah.
like that was a special treat when I was a kid. Was going to Bennigan's.
Same.
Yeah, it really was.
We'd go to the one outside the Briarwood Mall.
Yes.
They have one here.
Oh yeah,
Really?
right
Jackson?
outside the
Yeah.
Briarwood.
I
Well,
worked at one
in
in
Ann
Florida.
Arbor.
Oh,
So we-
Briarwood. You thought I was
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
Westwood.
Yeah, Westwood does not have
No,
Bennigan's.
Okay, well, you're not going to talk your way out of it. We need
Okay.
give us a chain restaurant that you will go to
chain
and
restaurant that I will
a
go
small
to.
mom and pop that you highly recommend.
All right. I would say locally, the Deck for sure.
Oh, yeah, Deck Down Under.
They do a nice job.
Exceptional.
And especially, I mean, talk about people look at us. Okay, you're a small town restaurant, but I mean, the village is small, the area is big.
Yeah.
They're out like on the edge of
And
the
they're
Irish Hills.
BFE.
Yeah.
There's no density out there. So
Yeah.
kudos to them for doing it and doing it regularly
Yeah.
and at the caliber that they are.
What's a dish that you enjoy there?
I mean, seafood, anything and everything. We get the oysters, we get
Yeah.
we get it all. We get all the seafood stuff.
Nice.
But they actually do a nice job on just like burgers and steaks too. So I'm super impressed. And the bourbon selection.
Yeah?
Are you a bourbon guy?
I'm not.
Okay, well, it's
Kerwin
good.
is.
It's really good. Like
Yeah?
honestly,
When I get older, I will be.
they've
When you mature, Scott? Okay, good luck.
they've got I hate saying it, but they've got a better selection than we do.
Really?
They do.
I mean,
They
your
do.
selection is part of your decor.
How's
It
that
is.
possible?
I don't know. We just had a meeting with our Sazerac rep the other day. I'm like, I'm a little embarrassed right now. Like, nothing against them, but like, we're kind of like pretty popular right now. Like, I
Right.
feel like you guys should have more of your stuff on our shelf. They don't do it, so I don't know. I don't
It's
know
coming.
who he knows. Maybe
All right,
So-
now what's a chain that you actually will
a
indulge in
chain that I will indulge in. A chain that I will indulge in.
other than Chili's to appease your daughter?
And you can tie this into, hey, we're traveling.
Honestly, and I even hate saying it. So it really comes down to what the kids like.
Sure.
They want Olive Garden all the time. I won't.
Yeah.
I literally stay home when they go.
We're not going.
I won't go.
Not doing it.
The one that I have come to accept is Red Robin,
Oh, yeah.
which is
yeah.
crazy to say that because we used to live near
Bottomless
one in
fries.
Chicago and it was probably the worst run Red Robin ever, and I
Okay.
swore off of it. But
Mm-hmm.
now that we go to the ones here, it's not so bad. The burgers are good. I love a good burger.
Mm-hmm.
I could eat a burger every day of the week. I
Yeah.
shouldn't, but I could.
The Red Robin
all right.
used to be Bennigan's,
Correct.
the one in front of Briarwood Mall.
Oh, that used to be the Bennigan's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So full circle.
yeah, I guess.
We are brought to you by Printer Source Plus and Epson Printers. Switch today and visit Printer Source Plus.
The Monday Mornings podcast is presented by Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. You can open a new account online in minutes. Visit smb-t.com. The Monday Mornings podcast is brought to you by Barker Weber Insurance Agency. Home, business, auto, and commercial. Visit Barker Weber Insurance.
Interesting.
Yeah. I feel like there's a better answer to that question.
Well,
but
I don't know.
That's
I mean,
the first one that came to my mind.
What's
That
your
sounds
favorite
good.
chain restaurant? Other than Taco Bell, you dirtball.
Listen, like once a month, and it just so happens.
She has a. We'll be sitting there doing the morning show, and I'll glance over at her phone like I normally do, and an notification from
yeah.
Taco Bell will show up.
I mean, it's just like, hey, happy Monday. We know you like Mondays. I mean, they know me. I love it. My favorite, which is not around anymore, and what made me think of it is because you said Olive Garden. There used to be a restaurant called the Macaroni Grill.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
they're still around.
yeah.
There's one in Kalamazoo on Westnedge.
Is there?
Yeah, I
There
usually
used-
stop when I'm on my way to Chicago. I go to Smoothie King there, and I always pass it.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
there used to be one in Ann Arbor,
Okay.
and it was fantastic. We used to lunch there all the time. So
Really?
I'm bummed about that. Honestly, Shake Shack.
Really?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
we're going like fast food. Okay.
yeah, like whatever. Just
right.
if we're talking big chains.
If we're talking big chains, then it's Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Chipotle does do
We
a
just
good
went there
job.
for dinner last night on the way back.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice. Oh yeah. In
What do
Mount
we need to
Pleasant?
do to get a Chipotle in Jackson?
Well, I don't know what we need to do.
mean-
We've got a couple. I even think like a Jersey Mike should be here or something like that. I
don't
don't.
we have one now?
I thought we
oh
did.
no, that's the McAllisters, right?
Yeah, we have
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
McAllisters, which is it's whatever. I remember when they opened in Lansing in like 2000, and I was like, oh, this place is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's again, it's those are like get off the highway and get your food
Yeah.
spots, and like I feel like when you're live in Jackson and doing all your stuff in Jackson, it's like it's not somewhere you go.
Yeah.
So I like the mom and pop place locally owned.
do too.
I always try and
I
do
do
that.
too.
Always support local. Obviously, that's our business.
Yeah.
What So are you done, or are you gonna? What do you think? What's next?
Oh, with,
Yeah.
business wise,
Teenies
and
weenies.
probably not. Yeah, maybe teenies and weenies. No, like we're project junkies, both Abby and I.
Okay.
It's a restaurant. She's got her flower farm. We've done rental properties. I mean, we're just always coming up. I mean, it's funny to go back and think of some of the ideas we had that we didn't do over the years. Like we're always coming up with stuff. I feel like I'm usually the harebrained one, and she's usually the like, okay, let's focus this and let's whatever. So, but she comes up with stuff too. you
What
know.
about for
She's
your
good.
What about for your kids?
What about them?
Like, do you see them having a future in the restaurant industry, or?
I don't know. I don't want it for them.
Sure.
I don't want anything for them. I want them to be happy. I want them to find something that engages them, that they're passionate about, and that they can find like value in doing.
Yeah.
And obviously, they're fortunate that we have a restaurant. So either if they don't find that, they'll at least
Yeah.
have something they can do.
Yeah.
And if they do decide they want to get into that, they'll probably get a little bit faster ramp than they would starting out from scratch. But
How old are the kids?
15, almost 16, and almost 13.
Okay, so like, are you employing their friends yet?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
quite a few.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, Lily works there on Sundays usually.
Okay.
She's going to pick up a few more days now that cheer season's over.
Oh, nice.
And Emma, in the very beginning, came and spent a little bit of time on site. Now she's kind of over it for the moment, and that's okay.
Yeah.
She's a little young for it, but she dove right in the
That's
very
cool.
beginning. Yeah, but yeah, several of their friends, and I think there's one or two others that just applied. We're probably going to bring in for the summer.
How often do they say, let's go, what do they call it? Do they call it Atlas? Do they call it the restaurant? Like at home, what do they say?
Well, it depends what mood they're in, but
Yeah.
no, they could call it out. They're honestly no. We go there probably more often than they would like, or we'll order from there more often than they would like. They're not, they're much more of the Taco Bell mindset. I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the age.
Of course.
We're sitting at a table of girl dads.
Yeah.
And mom.
Yeah.
Girl parents,
Yeah.
I guess I should say. What do you think the secret, because your girls are great, that you and Abby, what have you applied to successfully raise teenage girls so far, or tween girls thus far?
This is not the day to ask me that. It was like a huge fight with.
Oh, did you have a
this
morning, did you?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it's
was one
Monday
of those
morning.
Mornings. Yeah, I did not show up very well this morning. The secret is Abby, absolutely, without a doubt. The secret is Abby. She keeps it together. Any given moment, I might do a great job, but I might also lose it.
Do you think our parents ever felt bad when they lost their shit on
Yes.
us? No, I
Oh,
guarantee my
yes.
mom never felt bad about it.
I guarantee
feel
it.
like
Yeah,
I
I
do.
feel like hell when I know that I have not shown up in a good way. For
Oh
my
yeah,
girls.
I feel like a loser.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Ruthie
so-
was like, you had it coming.
You did have it coming, and that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they felt bad.
You do?
Yeah.
For sure.
So it's funny that you said that, though. You like lament your actions after the
Always.
fact, like,
Always.
oh.
Really good at apologizing.
Do you think Lily's
do.
Just like be half as good at parenting.
I'm
Yeah.
very good at that.
Would be
Too.
able to-
Well,
Set.
I do think apologizing is an important part. Of
It
being a
is.
parent.
Yeah.
Not always. I don't apologize every time I'm stern or disciplined.
Right.
It's just when I lose my shit
Right.
and I know
Right.
that
Shouldn't
I've
have said
had
that,
no
honey.
decorum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Lily is sitting in her class right now feeling terrible about her interaction with you?
I don't know. I don't really want to think about it right now.
Probably just angry.
Why are you doing this?
I honestly no. I think she was just really tired this morning. Obviously, we were up at Nubs all weekend. It was late
Yeah.
nights. It was no one slept well. I didn't sleep well. It just like it was one of those days. So
Listen, mornings are not easy with girls.
No.
no,
God, no.
Let's not
mornings
pretend
are
that they are.
No,
incredibly.
not
They're
at
not.
all. Well, I think,
Especially teenage girls.
yeah.
Takes them a while to get ready.
It takes them a while to do lots of things.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
up,
it
get
does.
ready.
Yeah, all of it.
Parenting is not for the faint of heart, let alone two tweens
No,
and
it's,
teens.
it's definitely not.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if you know this or not, but Taylor is a fan of the Monday morning show.
I've learned that today.
Huge.
Thank you so much.
Huge.
Thank you.
you guys. It's great. It's really,
And he knows that you have strong opinions, period, but especially regarding the moon landing.
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about that a little bit. So
I guess sure.
Just so you know, Andy's breaking his Lenten promise.
I wasn't
for
going
you,
to talk
Taylor.
about it.
That's all right. I heard
Space.
that bomb earlier.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to give that up for Lent, but
Yeah, so I
I'd
don't
say
know.
my Hail Marys.
I'm just fascinated with it all and our galaxy and like all this out there and how can it be real that there's stuff this far away. There's other planets. Like to me, I have a hard time grasping the concept of any of it.
Do you think it's not real, or you?
No, I
just-
think it's real.
Okay.
It's just amazing that like you start thinking about existence and like how do we
I was gonna
lucky
say-
enough to end up on Earth, and then if there's 400 million Earth-like planets out there, do you think there's life? And like,
Absolutely.
yeah, there has to be, right?
It's got to be. It might not look like what we have here, but I mean, yeah. How could there not?
Yeah,
Oh.
You know.
I agree.
there
has to be, if
Like
there's-
Andy wonders if we actually exist.
No, I know we exist for sure. I know we exist, but it is, and it's not like life on Mars. It's like there's life way
Light
way
years.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
what about the moon landing? How are you on that?
I mean, so I've watched a few of the things about it, and that's the thing about any conspiracy, right? There's always
Yeah.
like a plausible kernel that you can build
Sure.
on. I think we did. I think more than anything, I think it's hard enough for our government to do the things they're supposed to do, working together. How could they possibly work together to keep a secret that big for so long?
That's
You know,
fair.
Good
How
point.
can, how can
Yeah.
any of these conspiracies really have any true merit? 'Cause all it takes is one person to be like, oh,
Yeah, I
Right.
can't get away with
you
anything.
know, and someone will say, oh, well, they must have killed him then. All those people
Yeah.
that would have said it, but
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see when we go back in 2027 with this new Artemis mission.
yeah,
and-
what is that all about?
Yeah, I don't know. They keep backing up the date, but yeah. So they're gonna travel and go to the dark side of the moon.
China's
Which-
back there already doing.
That's what
everything.
Carl
That's-
said.
Okay.
Carl
Yeah.
said China's back there mining aluminum or something. I
Yeah,
don't know what he
some
said.
rare metal that can only be found there.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
thought.
something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's probably more than aluminum,
Yeah,
but he said, yeah, when we go back there, we're gonna see China's already got a setup.
That
there.
was Carl Evanson's little nugget.
Oh,
on our
okay.
last podcast. So,
Okay.
but yeah, he's with you, and me. Yeah, there has to be life out there for sure.
gotta
So, and then we're gonna land on the moon with the same Artemis mission in a couple of years. So I'm anxious to see the footage from that. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this moon in
Yeah.
our generation of people going to the
full
moon.
HD. 4K.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of it. Like what's going on up there and.
Yeah, I feel like there won't be any questions now with our technology. We should be able to
There's
capture
always somebody.
all
There's
the
always
images.
somebody.
Yeah, no,
all
I'll
that.
be
Just
more.
like,
of a-
no, that's
It's
that's VR.
It's just
AI.
wild. It's to me it's just wild, and I guess if you start thinking about it,
Yeah.
you can just kind of go down
Sure,
a
always.
dark space for
course.
sure.
Yeah, and as you're kind of into dark spaces because you love true crime. Do you ever
I do
watch
love
or
true
listen
crime.
to true crime?
Not like podcasts. You mean?
Yeah,
No.
or
I like
Dateline
2020s
or
and
2020.
Datelines.
Yeah.
That's kind of my
Yeah.
guilty pleasure, but they're all the
don't know.
same.
I feel like every time you tell me to watch a documentary, it's dark too.
Most documentaries are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but there's one called The Biggest Little Farm that I'm going to start this week. That's
Little
all
Farm.
good things.
No,
I'm
I'm
really
not gonna
excited
wa- I
about
won't
it.
watch that.
You are going to watch it.
I'm just interested. It's just like there's so many people out there, and then like how how do so many of these ridiculously horrible people exist?
Yeah.
And then if they exist in this town, how many people are like that where we live in our state? And
Well, I promise you, for every evildoer, there's 10 good doers.
well, that's you're always the
I'm trying to pull you out of that dark hole.
I'm
you're
not
hanging
dark.
out
No,
in.
I'm not dark. I'm one of the most positive. I love life more than anybody.
Do you know that our guests' daughters go to Columbia Central, Andy?
They do.
They do.
Just like you.
Just like I did.
Just like you.
He is on the coaching staff for the girls' basketball team.
Oh, there's a big game tonight.
We're going
Large game.
head-to-head against the Golden Eagles.
Large game.
What time is that at?
5:30.
5:30. Okay.
Jackson Lumen
5:30.
Christie.
I'm gonna have to cancel.
Our
the meeting
concession
so I
stand
can
is
see.
not great.
No.
As far as
Oh, well, I was going to say maybe we should.
maybe we should bring Atlas
Bell?
to the game.
Ooh, Taco Bell.
No, I mean we don't have a
Chick-fil-A.
ton. It's great. It's great,
Yeah.
but we don't have like a ton of
Yeah.
offerings. Like the kids won't be able to get a walking taco or a slice of pizza or anything like that.
Oh, I do
They'll
wish
be
we
able to
had
get a
walking
hot
tacos.
dog
Okay.
or nachos,
Okay.
chips and cheese.
That's not bad.
That's all right.
I feel like
I wish we had
last week
pizza. I don't know why we don't have pizza.
we
Pizza's
had an
easy.
event and
Just bring it in.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, why we do have pizza sometimes, don't we?
Half the time at Columbia, they don't have hot dogs, but they'll have pizza because they can just BC's brings it in.
I like
Yeah.
BC
So, yeah.
pizza, by the way.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
it's pretty
pizza.
good.
We don't have pop either.
No
No
pop.
pop.
That's
Gatorade
probably
or
smart.
water.
That's
Yeah.
probably smart.
Did you
Just
go to
like-
BC's up north?
We didn't. I mean, we got one right here, so if we need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big thing up there.
There's something
right?
magical
It's a big
about
thing.
it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I never
the
heard
local
of it before,
spot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
apparently it is. Yeah.
BC stands for Boyne City.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They-
That's its original location.
I thought
Yeah.
it was before Christ.
Or British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you guys travel overseas at all ever?
Overseas, it's been a while since we've gone overseas. We're going to Mexico for spring break.
Okay.
So that's not over. I mean, I guess you fly over the Gulf. But
You got to have your passport. That counts.
yep, it is. Yeah. So yeah, the last time we went overseas was almost 10 years ago. We
Okay.
went to Europe.
Isn't it crazy how fast time flies? Overseas makes me think of Italy. Italy makes me think of wine. Circling back to Atlas, best wine list in the county, Tri-County area,
Hands down.
hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down.
Why do you think? Why do you think your restaurant works so well where it is?
Well, there's nothing else like it around here.
Sure.
So, people always say, "Oh, I feel like I'm in the big city," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I assume they mean that as a compliment.
No, of course.
I think if we did this in the big city, it would be a drop in the bucket. But here, it's a little bit more special. I don't know. I mean, I think what we're doing is different anyway. It's not just a Italian or just a Mediterranean. We're flavors from all across the map. So, and I don't know how many other places are doing that. So that definitely makes it special. But also the lack of those options around us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's like, where else are you gonna go?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those flavors from around the world. That's Atlas. I thought that was genius when you guys came up with that.
Yeah, it's very cool. Talk about the design of the building, because it's unlike anything that we have around here. It's beautiful. Talk a little bit about how that design came together and kind of what the goal was for the restaurant, for the indoor space.
That's 100% Abby. And
Okay.
I always tell people, and it's funny, like people come in and they'll introduce themselves. They're like, "Oh, are you the owner?" I'm like, "No, I'm married to the owner." And they
Yeah.
they think I'm kidding. I'm like, no, I mean, like literally, like this is Abby's restaurant.
Yeah.
It really is. Anything you see, touch, taste, it's her vision brought to life. This is just whatever she put together. She's
Yeah.
a very visual person. She probably had, I don't know how many Pinterest boards for design,
Sure.
for food, we were talking the other day about just the decision about how to choose the right plates. We had
Yeah.
boxes full of plates filling our dining room at home when we were trying to get all the samples from the vendors to decide which was the right one to go
Yeah.
with the theme, the colors, and all that. So everything was deliberate. It took a really long time for us to get that restaurant open because of that. Because none of it was just like, all right, well, we need a this. Get somebody to give us a generic design, and we'll make
Sure.
it nice. Like so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
We should-
congratulations and thank you. Right, because I mean the success. Congratulations and thank you for people love to gather, and when they have a great spot to gather, it's adds to the quality of life,
Absolutely.
and it completely has added to a lot of people's quality of life.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Thanks.
And like I said, it's created that momentum that's bringing good things to our surrounding area and got people really energized and want to be a part of it. So.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you saying that too, and it's worth mentioning. We were certainly not the first place to do.
Yeah.
I think we would have been a little bit more reluctant to do something so big in Brooklyn if we didn't feel like there were others already investing, buying buildings. Kate and Matt obviously had just bought a building. We got to be friends with them right after we moved here.
Yeah.
They were moving their businesses into the square. There's other people doing things. Christy's got her shop.
Yeah.
Obviously, Holly's doing her thing. There's a lot of people doing stuff before and obviously since, but we certainly weren't the first ones in the pool.
So we have a lot of listeners from all over the country and beyond, but we want to tell them the Irish Hills has it going on, and come visit
sure.
Atlas at the Boulevard in downtown Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the plug.
We ask everybody that comes on the podcast, what gets you up and out of bed on Monday mornings?
Besides the morning show?
Besides the morning show.
Best answer
Love that.
ever.
We watch it at night, actually.
I love it.
We watch it. We're asynchronous. What gets us out of bed, obviously, getting the kids to school.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I like what I do. I like
Yeah.
being able to go over to my office right there in the square and sit there and see the sun coming in the windows. And I've got the most brain computing power I'm going to have probably for the rest of the week. So I like to sit down and rewrite my to-do list and get things organized and see how many things I can try to accomplish this week. So, I mean, if you do things you like and if you work with people you enjoy, I think that is that's energizing, the opportunity to do more of it.
Well, thank you for doing it and doing it well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for
Appreciate it.
joining us today on
Thanks for
the
having
Monday Mornings podcast. And also thanks to Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. Ready for better banking. Switch today. Oh, are you a NASCAR fan?
No. I mean, it's cool. I've never been to one.
Jennifer used to be a NASCAR fan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She won.
Yeah, I was. Bill Elliott
Okay.
used to drive for Coors, and Melling was a sponsor.
Okay.
And so he spent a lot of time here in the Irish Hills. So that was a really big deal. But I used to work at the
I
restaurant. I
you
was
s-
security.
There's maybe I'm gonna tell you something else you maybe don't know about
All right.
Jennifer that you could use.
Let's hear it.
Do you guys sell Jack Daniels at the restaurant?
I think so.
She was a Jack Daniels girl.
Really?
For a minute.
All right.
For one summer.
We could do on the Teenies and Weenies night, maybe like a Jack Martini, and you can
What
go
did
back
you
to your
wear?
own
I could
place.
break the tank top out.
Did you wear a tank?
Yeah.
And leather pants?
No.
Booty shorts?
Jean shorts.
Like Daisy Dukes?
And what used to be called the Wonder Bra. Because
Oh.
I didn't fit all of the criteria
Oh.
for a typical Jack Daniels girl.
So they have to give you a little boost.
Yeah. Yeah. Fake it till you make it.
Another Monday morning podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.